Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue.
Talk to the head.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
На этом полетим.
I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
И вот здесь уже игра говорит, что она фэнтезия, потому что собрать реактивный самолет у себя, скажем так, в гараже, я никогда в жизни не поверю, что ты не сможешь.
This plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Здравствуй, кстати, Дэна. А я думал, мы на это полетим. А летающий асфальтоукладчик, почему бы и нет?
So I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have put in my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, Our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that?
There's smoke!
We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Где-то я это уже видел.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Операция «Оленьи рога». Кто кому рога обломает? Они нам или мы им?
Radar site still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Здравствуй, Слейдер.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Брауни, Накер.
Way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Mage 2, missile away.
They shut down one of us.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Good, Mage 2. Mage 2, targets in range, pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Mage 2, walking.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, their Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain.
Да, есть такой слайд. Благо я английский знаю и могу на слух его воспринимать. Единственное, конечно, это отвлекает.
Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? This is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
Кто там в трубу дует? Пам! Серьезно, вот этот вот псевдоэпик, нагоняющийся якобы в современных играх, раздражает до чертиков уже. Здесь, кстати, показывают хотя бы, что повреждения какие-то наносишь, когда пулеметом стреляешь. Вон, искры видно. А то в прошлых играх ни хрена толком не заметишь этого. Здравствуй, Антон. Ушел. Вот эта вот штука, вот, которую в прошлой игре вот я описывал, который на 3DS. Вообще-то она, по-моему, в 6-й части появилась, но как-то я про нее забыл там. Я на 3DS ее в основном использовал. Вот этот вот быстрый поворот, когда зажимаешь обе кнопки. Ускорение и торможение. Я уж не знаю, как он технически называется, этот маневр. Вот здесь есть. Управление здесь удобное. Вот, по крайней мере, вот по этой вот первой миссии я могу сказать, что это гораздо лучше, например, той же 6-й части.
Shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Okay, I return to base. Принцесса какая-то. Что за принцесса? Я ачивку получил.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Дерево ала. Что такое ала? Летательный аппарат? Типа самолет так здесь называется?
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
В прошлой игре мы, по-моему, или в прошлых играх мы, по-моему, за Юсю играли, теперь мы против нее играем.
The Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head to head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Здравствуй, Антон. Может, пройду? Посмотрим, как пойдет.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yusian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So,
ой, блин, игра. Ёб твою мать. Я собрала реактивный самолет из говна и палок. А теперь они хотят, чтобы я сделал то же самое. Вы можете поверить этим идиотам? Блять, пиздец. Я могу поверить этим идиотам, раз они тебя увидели, блять. Раз ты умудрился собрать, блять, из говна и палок реактивный самолет. Ай, блядь. Раз ты смогла из говна и палок собрать реактивный самолет в этом мире, то значит это мир фэнтезийный. Здесь может быть все что угодно. Значит, ты соберешь еще один самолет из говна и палок. Блядь, пиздец. Игра, ну ты даешь. Сама себе это... Скажем так, сама свою собственную иллюзию взяла и разрушила, блин. Это как вообще работает? Я даже не читаю уже, что сейчас происходит это сейчас на экране. Игра сама дает вводную, а потом в эту вводную пытается логику привнести. Прекрасно понимаешь, что логики там ни хрена нет. Я понимаю, что это, конечно, мелочь, но, блин, нахрена вы это в основной сюжет-то вставляете? Вы идиоты уже в конец, что ли, я не знаю. Хотя, в принципе, вы, скорее всего, не идиоты. Вы просто, наверное, считаете своих зрителей идиотами. И просто, грубо говоря, в лицо им плюете. Так. Заткнись и давай сначала, а то я, блин, это... Да, может дебрифинг, да. Давай сначала, а то я все пропустил.
Russia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Asian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with the Russia are currently appearing throughout Asia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Окей. Так. Дерево и лава у меня открылось. Ор-1. Вы будете получать очки за участие в матчах боевых игр. Так, это я знаю. Их можно обменять на новые ла. Летательные аппараты, видимо, я делаю вывод, что это так называется. Особое вооружение, элементы оснащения на экране дерева. То есть они взяли, получается, элемент прокачки, как я называл, из прошлых игр, и сделали из этого полноценное дерево технологий, как стратегии, что ли? В режиме кампании очки присуждаются за выполнение заданий, в режиме сетевой игры за участие в матче. Да, кстати, здесь сетевая игра появилась, надо как-то попробовать. Чем выше будет ваша эффективность, оценка влияет скорость выполнения, количество, ну, как обычно, тем больше очков вы получите. Результаты может потратить на экран дерева. Более мощные ла, оружие и элементы оснащения, которые помогут вам в бою. Соединены между собой линиями. Как правило, чтобы открыть предмет, необходимо получить предыдущую награду на той же линии. Меньше некоторые награды станут доступны после определенных условий. Открыв новый самолет, автоматически получите либо один вид особого вооружения, но два других вам придется взять с помощью аэро. Вернуть аэро, потраченного на игра нельзя поднести. Некоторые лаи виды особого вооружения предназначены для ведения воздушного боя, другие уж подходят для уничтожения наземных целей. Спасибо, капитан. Таким образом, ключ к успеху подобрать перед вылетом экипировки, задачи. Истребитель, многоцелевой, штурмовик, это я знаю. Короче, обучалка всего этого. Это аппарат особого вооружения элемента. Освещение бывает разной стоимости. Окей. Это я вот типа открыл доступ вот к этим, да? А там он закрыто. Так, это 16. Я могу оружие купить. Ну и плюс вот этот корыто, которое она собрала. Причем это корыто умудряется даже по некоторым параметрам неплохо так соревноваться с 16, блин. Охренеть не встать. Нифига, вот это цены. Вот прям сразу, да? 105, 70, еще 105, 65. Охренеть. Откроется после получения вами звания рядового первого класса. Ага, понятно. То есть пока я ничего открыть не могу. Бомба, земля, воздух, захват ракеты, воздух. Улучшает ускорение авара. Ну, окей. Выбрать элементы. Элементы оснащения. Эти элементы можно открыть на экране дерева. А, ну это я понял. Это тоже было в какой-то из предыдущих игр попал. Каждый элемент оснащен занимает определенное количество ячеек. А вот это уже новое. Некоторые обладают ограниченным количеством ячеек. Корпус, оружие, точка улучшения. Установить дополнительное улучшение нельзя. Нельзя! Облегченный блиск. Маневренность и скорость повышает. Как будто у меня есть варианты пока не. Окей.
Target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Ground target destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Complete our vehicle out of there!
Ага, ган.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Where are the damn interceptors?
Missile launched.
These two our vehicles were destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's air raid! We're being attacked by enemy aircraft! Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We don't have any anti-air. We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Destroyed. Way to go.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online!
Ау, ау.
Plan forward too fast. Base was too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Я что-то даже не понял, что это вертушки в меня стреляют. Так слишком тихо этот миссл.
Chaffing flares deployed.
I don't think withdraw. What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead? clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
А вот, кстати, механики догфайтов из прошлой игры не хватает.
H2 locked.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking.
Locked on.
Missile. 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 Stall warning. Stall warning.
Radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way now.
Fox 2. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Oh, to see the Erusian's faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Ground target destroyed.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback for those floor merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
All right, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
Locked. It's chow time.
Just about to go online.
Mage 1 launching missile.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
H2.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change any instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more
Здравствуй, Туров.
Golem 2, the enemy's reading you.
Nickel.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Don't ice up in there. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
Fox 3.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar.
Им ничего, ачивку за каждую миссию буду давать.
Retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Так, я уже что-нибудь открыть-то могу? Поперча. 116 тысяч. То есть один из них я могу открыть. Какой-нибудь. Многоцелевой летательный аппарат. Создан на основе 16. Ну, то есть как эволюция. Потребности страны, на вооружении которой находится. Предназначен для изоляции морских районов боевых действий, может быть, Вайпер Зеро. Крупный палубный истребитель, оснащенный ракетами класса воздух-воздух большой дальности. Превосходными летными характеристиками всех классов. МиГ-29. Ласточка. По всем показателям Мираж лучше, чем F14. А это F2 лучше. Можно мышкой выбрать? Нет, нельзя, блин. Да, Мираж самый лучший вариант на данном этапе. Началась самолетная порно. Все со всех ракурсов рассмотрели. Так, что он там не открыл? Повышает максимальный груз особых ракет. Их денег нет! Денег нет. Земля, воздух, воздух, воздух. Воздух, земля. Давайте ракетки тогда еще тоже там.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100.
Давайте им это пропустим.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Golem 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Feeling out. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. What's your six? Bandits!
We have them on the run. Don't let up.
Locked.
I'm hit. I lost control. Careful. There's a real demon in there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in an IG turn.
Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
We need reinforcements now!
Gargoyle squadron, take me down.
Where'd he go?
Locked.
Why are they pulling out?
Nice kill. One remaining.
Enemy missile detected!
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Что-то рано радуешься.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
А, ну конечно, куда же мы без летающей крепости огромной? Ох, 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 ёптель, шмоптель. Ну чё, обрадовались? Пустозвоны.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break! Now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
You'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
Кого-то попал, это хорошо.
Down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Enemy on my station, breaking. Pushing that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Она так и будет теперь мне толдычить про этот мисл.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton squadron needs help.
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is column 3, column 2's hit!
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Huh? What the hell?
Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
You made! Controls are out. I'm breaking it off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
А,
Skeleton squadron is down.
щиты какие-то поставил, блин, еще.
All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Earlier, more of us would have survived a year in.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and main squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Page 2, walking.
Column 1, watch your tail.
range of guns. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Not on my watch.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One vantage. Distance 30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Fast. Deploy key.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against NSU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Mage 2, missile launch. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Support range aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Didn't need. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brownie, break off. That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Don't ice up in there.
Column and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Column and Mage Squadron handle it. They'll pull
Run
through.
this one.
Get your asses out. Mage 2, Box 2. Missile evaded.
Got one in my
Mage
sights.
Squadron still have their hot shots? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Mage, we owe you a jet. We'll take it.
Mage 2, UAV down.
Bandit is down.
Mage Squadron, get those things off my ass!
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him? This is getting a little tight. Got you now. Firing.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Другая штука, наверное. Здравствуй, Владимир.
Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank right. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Чем же так важен этот Space Elevator? Ой, да ладно, и топ-гане легко сажать самолет.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing a stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osea down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Arusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Что за ересь еще?
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osea's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Охренеть, 270 тысяч. Вот это они перебрали. Вот это гриндипиздище начинается нафиг. Это ж сколько мне летать на одном и том же корыте, чтобы открыть хотя бы один толковый самолет, блин. Что там дальше-то будет? 740. 920 тысяч. Да уж. Вот это... Это, допустим, за одну миссию я получаю где-то сколько там... Около 100 тысяч, допустим. То есть, грубо говоря, чтобы открыть один финальный самолет, это мне придется пол компании пройти, чтобы один самолет открыть. Дрическая сила, а? Ну окей, будем летать на этом мираже.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Антон, да, получается, что так. И, если честно, я сомневаюсь, что даже к концу кампании я открою хоть что-то толковое. Скорее всего, предполагается, что будешь проходить на низких уровнях сложности, и потом уже более-менее как-то повышает постепенно. Система идиотская.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Я смогу здесь прошмыгнуть?
Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you.
Отлично.
I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
Торов, ну да, последняя игра в серии.
Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Там. А, теперь этот миссл будет постоянно толдычить нафиг.
Still in progress. Stand by. Half of the anti-air guns down. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. Locked. Missile away. Half of the SAM sites are down. down. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. On it, wing sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
See, I'm going up to meet our two UAVs.
Get to the chopper!
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
This is Sea Goblin. Heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container! Mage 2, enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Locked.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroyed the target. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper! Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Target has been destroyed. Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Missile.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
We wish to. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric! Shit! Rocket!
Damn.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio.
Rescue unit is down.
Sir, we feel the same way.
Все дауны.
Go to, hang in there. We found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harling.
Will do. 3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Oh yeah. Mother Goose 1. That's the best you can call them.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile, get out of the way!
Missile.
Locked.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Так и будет на...
Enemy on your tail.
You inspire me, Trigger. I learned how to deal with these guys by watching you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile incoming! Evade!
Missile.
1 remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Page 2, Missile launch. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off. Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Ёпт.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
I've got one right behind me.
Enemy locked on. Breaking.
Oh, again, Trigger? Can't let you have all the glory.
Прям Звездные войны начались какие-то.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you, but this isn't exactly a fight.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
I'm spiked.
Mage 2, down any UAVs near Mother Goose 1.
Fox 2.
Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Отлично, блин. Вот это они ржут. Ну ладно, попробуем еще раз.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
В принципе, я, наверное, так это... Как вот я и предполагал, да, сейчас. Игра, скорее всего, рассчитана на то, что ты будешь гриндить. Сначала на легких уровнях, потом на норме, как в РПГшке, блядь.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Roger. Sending UAVs at the transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you, but this isn't exactly a fight.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
I need the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal? I got a signal my sight. Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
One here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron.
Здравствуйте.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
Figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUNK Mage Squadron. Assess the situation.
Где он, блин?
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Miss, that's a miss.
Follow me, eh?
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Golem 1, Box 2.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harling, are you piloting that plane?
Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
You're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty, headed toward the AO.
The former president still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe.
То есть его в любом случае сбивают, тогда какого хрена мне не засчитали миссию, если когда его сбили чуть раньше?
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
И они еще меня в этом обвиняют. Молодцы, молодцы.
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
Игра всячески наказывает. Интересно, за что? За то, что ты в нее играешь? Вы уже себе нехорошую картину создаете.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Однако я получил медаль за это. Это как надо умудряться сделать так, чтобы с одной стороны игра поощряла, а с другой наказывала.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osia didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here.
А, то есть теперь я буду на корыте, которым она собрала, летать.
When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason.
То есть мы события прошлой войны переживали?
Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit.
Какой странный нарратив.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His tack name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how they will do today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
А, что за бред, а? Получил новые самолеты. Два корыта, да? Старфайтер. Вот нахрена они мне их дали? Как будто я его выберу, бля.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Это, кстати, это еще больше меня укрепляет в мысли в том, что игра предполагает, что я буду играть на легком.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good.
Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
23, this is School 1. Numbers we can handle. You're safe with us. School Squadron, get into formation.
Spare 15, work off your crimes.
I'm on his rear.
Охрененная миссия, просто тупо летай. Летай и выживай.
Blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our air force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Beams are that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower!
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke!
Send in the fire team. Not let the enemy get closer.
Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it! Spare Squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Да неужели?
Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill after the starts?
This is the penal unit.
Accounts going forward.
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your lying tune? I'll show you all how it's done.
Break!
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Check it out. I'm gonna never go get dressed up real pretty.
Head to the next target.
I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. We lost all of them. Where the hell are we out here?
Sorry, I got lucky.
All right, am I back? Enemy blocked me. Breaking up.
Oh yeah, add this one to my school.
It's closing. Break.
Hostile has a lock. High roller, bandit behind you.
We're easy pickings now. Push it. Damn it. We were supposed to be done before the bombers even arrived. Missed. Heads up. Bandit behind you.
I'm on this dude's ass.
We're losing escorts. Hurry now. Finish the job and let's get out.
No, only one of them is killed.
Bandit acquired. Take off that missile.
I got all dressed up for nothing. He's too quick.
Focus on destroying the target.
Bite. Breaking away. Bandit on my tail.
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Fox 2.
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Bring that down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot.
Break. Drop your payload and maintain balance. You can bail out after that.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you? We'll go. Man and McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
Trigger again! Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's loyalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining.
Behind target. Attacking.
Chaff and flares are running low.
This is Squad 6. Locked on bandit.
2 targets remaining.
Would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Yeah, hell yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Да, тут походу ачивку за каждый миссию дают.
Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji.
Что за бред?
When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem.
Гав-гав, песики.
She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive,
It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden. Even from me.
Пиздец, у меня из всего этого идиотизма возникает только один вопрос. Сценарий к этой игре искусственный интеллект писал? Здравствуй, Анатолий. Я охреневаю.
Is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Чуть-чуть не хватает. Анатолий, я не знаю, тут даже не то, что эти понятия как-то с чем-то друг друга связаны. Как вообще вот эти вот сценки, которые вот показывают, вообще как-то друг с другом коррелируют и имеют вообще какую-то последовательность. Это, я не знаю, видел ты или нет, на Ютубе в свое время завирусилось видео, где типа искусственный интеллект написал комикс про Бэтмена. Про схватку Бэтмена с Джокером. Вот мне вот эта вот херня вот именно вот это вот напоминает. И я вообще не то что логики, я какой-то последовательной даже осмысленности не чувствую вообще. Ни в тексте, ни в сценках, которые там происходят, ни в персонажах, вообще ни в чем. Как бы я прекрасно понимаю, что сюжет в Ace Combat всегда играл 10-ю роль. Но он хотя бы был в предыдущих играх. Он имел какую-то структуру, имел какую-то цель, какую-то самосозданность, что ли, блин, я не знаю. Здесь, я не знаю, это какое-то пугало непонятное, блин. А как выбирать-то окраску? Я уже видел, что мне там что-то говорили, что типа я окраску получил. Окей, ладно.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We
blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Leave them to me. Ruling the weak is a kind of specialty of mine.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger. Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Mad Dog's finally come around.
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that? Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Right up.
Missed target.
That cheers me up. Give us some more combustors. I've got better things to do with my time.
Enemy missile chasing me.
Enemy on my tail. Evading.
Breaking out of block. Ahead, but still fighting.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
I'm going after him, please.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full man? Fox 2. AA gun down. Confirmed kill on AA gun.
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here.
Spare 9, lock on bandit. Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
Missile, dodge that thing.
Snare 15, bandit is down.
Amazing, it's its surroundings. You're good. Break, champ, break!
Locked on bandit.
Flares and chaff fire.
Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Меня это сообщение о ракете уже начинает реально подбешивать. Ракет сколько кончится вот так. Ну да, все на меня. В прошлых играх такого дикого не было, блин. Лови. Oh shit.
Trigger has destroyed the target. Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280. They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
Dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans. Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Как можно по стационарной цели промахнуться? Кто-то промахнулся там только что. А, мне тут просто время надо продержаться определенно. Окей.
Locked on target. Missed target.
И все промахнулся. Почему я не удивлен?
Fox 3. Missile launched.
Ну, что-то попало.
Spare 15 down another. That's 3. If you fly straight, you'll get hit. This is spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller missile, shake it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! High roller missile, another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this. Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
That's job trigger. That's 5. I've shot down 6.
Bullshit. You're still on 2.
Hey, are you sure your radar's working right? What happens to a bet when the banker's out? Secure the surface target. Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit! I'm hit! My aircraft!
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me. 7 down. That's more than an ace. I'm getting behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows you can get your numbers.
Ты смотри, увертливая дрянь какая.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
Не, ты уж просто так от меня не уйдешь. Задолбал меня своим мисел. Я же сказал, не уйдешь.
Damn, these guys are agile.
Okay. You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back.
Хрена себе, две трети базы уничтожил в одно рыло.
You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Здесь все персонажи такие отталкивающие. Они специально так сделали. Вот все, что касается нарратива в этой игре, просто, блядь, откровенно говно. Во всех смыслах. Это уже 2 балла минуса.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them. You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Ocean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Анатолий, это не только персонажей нынешних, скажем так, касается. Окей, теперь-то я денег уже нормально накопил, чтобы купить хотя бы этот гриппин. У меня даже еще на апгрейд денег хватает. Что лучше взять? Максимальная скорость повышает скорость захвата особых снарядов. Не, лучше скорость. Это что? Снижает степень самонаведения вражеской ракеты. О, это хорошо. Так, и на следующий самолет мне теперь 440 тысяч. Пиздец. Пиздец, Иваныч. Гриппень.
Preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Да уж, капитализм, блин. Я понимаю, как бы, с одной стороны, для чего они это сделали, чтобы игра подольше, так сказать, жила, чтобы в нее можно было дольше играть.
Spare squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Знакомый голос.
We're low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Хрена себе, миссил с такого расстояния.
We need the job done on time.
Band Dog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes. Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Any surface attacks in this weather? Give me a break, man.
Man.
Missions that can help me improve my score, not this crap.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile incoming, evade!
Spare 15 locked. Destruction of target facility confirmed.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Russia. They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
They're in the clouds.
Коптер.
Targeting gun range. Fire.
Ну, как меня ветром-то сносит. Фу-фу-фу-фу. Ни хрена меня понесло. Ха-ха-ха. Вот это меня понесло, блин.
Mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto.
Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them.
Enemy sighted, closing fast. You sure? In this weather?
Spare 15, target destroyed. Spare 15 locked. Nice kill.
У-ю-ю-ю-ю-ю.
There's no way I'm going back to the brig. Don't get in my way.
Missile evaded.
Значит, evaded. Как он мог и evadить ее, если он просто тупо за этим сидел на какой-то. За скалой.
Missile coming. Shake it off. Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
Vehicle down. civilians here.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
Опять.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Ой, ёх. Твою налево.
Nice work for a dumbass.
Some of the UAVs are behaving strangely.
Enemy's got a lock. Evade! Missile incoming!
Strider 2, enemy behind you.
This is bad. I wish I had some air-to-air missiles.
Prioritize recon squadron survival. I repeat, your top priority is to get them out safely, even if you die in the process.
Strider 2, check your 6.
Trigger's been struck by lightning.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic. UAV splashed.
Thanks. I owe you.
Strider 4, evade.
All right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there. Cyclops 3, watch your tail.
UAV down.
Man dog, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
3, missile in the air!
It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds.
They move pretty good for
All
machines.
cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger. Spare 15, Fox 3.
Shake that missile off, Cyclops 3! Strider 3, get that enemy off your ass!
Dealing with 9Gs is tough. For those UAVs, it's just another day in the office. Why are we risking our lives to wipe someone else's ass?
Start complaining when you can keep your own nose clean.
Damn it.
Shake that enemy!
Wiseman 444 Squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Look after the survivors.
Roger. Just
Over to go. Missile inbound. Evasive maneuvers. Break.
UAV destroyed.
6.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
Cyclops
Shit.
3 has broken off. Man dog, it's just me and 1 more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive.
You'll let the devil with 3 sin lines go free after that.
You're in no position to call someone a devil count. Don't make me laugh.
Cyclops 4, evasive maneuvers. Missile.
Cyclops 2, hostile on your rear!
Not letting a damn robot shoot me down. Someone hurry up and rescue our hapless regulars.
Fox 3. This is Bandog. Spare 15 will deal with the drones.
Cavalry here? Just in time.
444. No, that one bird is doing all the work. We'd be losing more men if it weren't for him.
Cyclops 2 is broken off. All my guys managed to escape. Got big gratitude for you.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself. Spare 15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute.
Нет, не совсем.
Oh, give me a break. You have more chores for us?
Spare 8, champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it. He's glued to my tail. Still not firing. I ain't a
stab the enemy.
Shot down Champ. He was toying with him.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
You told us their jobs are done. I'm going home.
Last of the Force craft flying out of bounds.
Those damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11. From an element to take up the rear.
Forget it.
Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Я ну 4 раза попал. 5. Походу это не бой, это кат-сцена.
Watch out for ice while you're in there. Enemy has a lock on you.
Wiseman, you see that color? The way he's flying?
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man you didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, relax.
Хрена себе, блин.
Get my guys out of here. Understood.
Короче, это заскриптованный самолет. Пум-пум.
Another hit. Confirm visual in the clouds. Go get him. Someone moving to assist.
Your job's an open mind. So too, this is so what?
So two here. What's up?
Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Bandits in the clouds. Chase them down. We've got this. Locked on target.
He dodged again. Interesting. Three white lines. Do they signify something?
Fox 2. The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
А,
Missile incoming! Spare 15 caution. If your plane gets beat up, you're a sitting duck.
Doesn't miss an opening. The guy's a goddamn flying wizard. Someone, I can't see you in the clouds.
Focus on your own job, Seymour.
Someone, this is C2.
My status is fine. Do not interfere.
Someone, clouds moving in. Let's return to base.
Affirmative.
ну, как я и говорил, это просто тупо скрипт.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow.
Надо просто продержаться.
Trigger, kindness gets you killed.
Hey, God Dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Will we be at the base?
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now. $3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. Great work. Nice job at not ruining a good plane. Your work's still far from done. Stand by for further orders.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive.
Это была отсылка на Assault Horizon, потому что там тоже злодей летал на акуле.
Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare squadron, this mission needs to...
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. Well, well, what do you know? Pilots made it back to base alive. Treat them well and feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable report out of them. I've spent enough of my time being the commander of some worthless penal unit.
То есть, что, нас посадили, что ли? Облегчение, блин, облегчился.
I had a chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, a fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was going to keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Attention! If you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary, take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Чего? Выбор королев? что так, 440 тысяч копить. Теперь. Выбор королевы. Немного улучшает ускорение, максимальную скорость, общую маневренность, устойчивость.
Convicts, stand by at the front.
Все больше из комбат превращается в РПГ.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, all warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation, but they don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Get the ships out.
Цели, блин, а? Ау, 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 ау. Ау.
Missile incoming! Evade! Missile inbound! Evading! Enemy on your tail! Watch it!
They have me spiked.
Landed on your rear!
Targeting gun range. Fire.
Sergeant, I'm not worried about that. Just go!
3 minutes remaining. An S2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
I'm taking damage. Another one dropped.
Burn, bitches.
Burn, motherfucker, burn!
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Why are we getting hit after reinforcements came? Stuck on that.
Tank destroyed.
Just quietly plugging away. Think you're the only sane one here?
Vandog was right. We're no prop or military. Enough with the whole now act, tabloid.
2 minutes remaining.
I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Здравствуй, Крис.
Trigger, look sharp.
Давай без проповедей. Тем более идиотских.
Spare 15 launching missile.
Breaking out of pocket. Targeting every last oil truck.
Spare 15 target destroyed.
Missile inbound. Evade. Red 13. Break. Break. Bandit in my sight. Lock on.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one. Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. 1 minute remaining.
Enemy is locked on.
Bandit invaded attack. Trying again.
The enemy's gunning for me. I don't know what they're keeping in there, but it's all ashes now.
Destroy the targets. You're being slow. 30 seconds remaining.
То есть вы что, хотите сказать, что я за 5 минут должен все разбомбить, что ли?
Trigger has destroyed the target.
They decided.
Spare 15 locked.
All my targets tail.
Ау.
People are trapped inside.
We've run out of time. The mission is a failure.
Вы серьезно?
And Nessa 2 has arrived. Sticking around will only ruin your plans.
Я надеюсь, просто время вышло, а не миссия провалена. Пиздец. То есть это надо именно что брать бомбардировщик с возможностью какая-то коврового обстрела. По-другому за 5 минут ты как это сделаешь? Ебантизм.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I want to blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, more warships. There's plenty of buildings too.
Destroy everything in sight.
Я вижу, там надо набрать энное количество очков. Ну даже так, блин, нафиг. Попробуй набить эти количество очков без нужного вооружения. Да вон какая хитрость, типа взрываешь это контейнеры с горючим, и они типа по цепочке взрываются. Но мне же надо как-то сбивать эти, как их, Сэмы вон, которые в меня ракетами херачат. Мне же жить-то надо. Типа уничтожил один контейнер, а он по цепочке начал другие взрывать. Вон, смотри на радар. Видишь, они исчезают. Белые точки. Поэтому они все так кластером, так сказать, друг с другом-то и стоят. Это надо просто игнорировать все вот эти вот мисел и просто летать как угорелый и пытаться как можно больше урона нанести. Все, вроде набил. Ау.
You should thank our good citizens. Fox 2, Fox 2. AA gun down.
Ну, видишь, он сразу все взорвал. Рядом стоящий.
Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. 1 minute remaining.
That cheers me up.
Spare 15, enemy's got a lock. The enemy has escaped. 30 seconds remaining.
Hostile has a lock. Need help.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Protective fuel storage. That's what the anti-air guns are for.
Locked on target. Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Megastorm Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Right. Bring out the trucks. Make sure their routes are split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burn down everything that turns up.
Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best.
Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger. They pave desert highways nicely, you know? People drive fast to avoid bandits in the desert.
Target destroyed. Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Band Dog. Got one on radar. Moving.
Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350.
Опять дроны. Когда-нибудь эти дроны закончатся?
Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers.
Column of smoke.
Блин, там еще один нафиг.
Trigger.
Trigger, I like your style.
We're not gonna lose.
Ёп, сколько их тут.
Tanker confirmed eliminated.
You can't run from us.
Keep going. Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
I'm sticking around. You know why that political offender jackass is still alive, don't you?
Trigger?
Higher chance of living with him.
How can we be expected to deal with the surface and the air at the same time? Trigger, hurry up and take care of the enemy.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Break, missile inbound.
Spare 15, missile away.
Trigger trashed the target.
Vehicle down.
Trigger again? It's really burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums?
Где он?
Aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band.
Gotta get those UAVs.
Mission's become way too dangerous. Damn count, we're dragging us into this shit.
Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Weapon system's acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. Say what you want. Have fun with your new friends.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Drop them all. Trigger, I'm sticking with you.
Да я ж сбросил эти, блин, снаряды. Щит.
Target detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around.
Fox 2.
Going after the tankers when all this is going down is suicide.
Prioritize the tankers. Worry about the UAVs later.
Damn.
Spare 15, locked on.
Where are the tankers?
Здравствуй, Гарнир. Да тут много факторов вообще меня уже начинает раздражать.
Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke.
Не только конкретно эта миссия.
5 minutes remaining.
The tankers are getting farther away.
Ну и где он?
He's too quick.
Fox 2. Target down.
That cheers me up. Not that I give a rat's ass. You sound like you know something. I don't just give intel away for free.
Да, сюжет тут, потому что бредятина вообще. Я не знаю, ее искусственный интеллект писал.
HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft return to base. Bring up all those tankers.
Явно не человек. Ну или, по крайней мере, он был точно... Если это был человек, то он был из психушки.
Stick with trigger and you'll make it. Work like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
За сюжет, персонажей, пропись диалогов я уже минусов влеплю. Прям гарантию даю. Эта игра от меня не получит выше 8 баллов. Я тебе просто сразу говорю. В геймплее у меня тоже есть очень много вопросов. Главный, наверное, это местная прокачка, блин. Ace Combat все больше превращается в РПГ, что меня раздражает.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. So it looks like we're getting attention from above. If any credit is due, it should come to me. Prisoners deserve nothing.
Так, не, все. Сегодня хватит, так уже 3 часа летаю.
It seems headquarters is starting to view some
Shut up.
unit as a valid.
Shut up. Потом посмотрю, что ты там мне блялякаешь. Мне не нравится вот эта вот фигня. Прям очень сильно не нравится. Особенно привязка вот эта к таким огромным суммам всего, что можно, наверное. Вот этот вот элемент с всякими апгрейдами мне тоже не нравится. Надо вешать, блин, на каждый самолет. В итоге, блин, как РПГшка получается. Нет! Он должен... Он в своем оригинале был аркадным, ну, скажем так, полушмапом. Он таким и должен был быть. Вот, чтобы открыть нормальные самолеты, надо, блядь, гриндить откровенно. Это первый уже, скажем так, галочка, которая мне не нравится. Второе, это то, что вот можно вот этих вот всяких обвесов понавешивать. Это как в РПГшке, блин. Мне, вот эта вообще функция с деревом мне не нравится. Во-первых, уберите все вот эти вот апгрейды, ну не все, но оставьте хотя бы, ну не знаю, ну половину точно надо убрать из этого дерева. А во-вторых, сбавьте цены раза в 5, если не больше. Ну да, он и должен был оставаться шутером про самолеты. Нахрена вот это-то, блин. Про сюжет я уже высказался. Это просто, я не знаю. Это... Я вообще... Мне кажется, Невский и то сюжет лучше напишет для этой игры, чем то, что они там нахерачили. Здравствуй, Никита. Ладно, я уже немного устал на сегодня. Так-то, в принципе, нормально. 8 миссий прошли. Да, кстати, насчет миссий тоже у меня пара ласковых есть. Заскриптованные моменты до сих пор попадаются. Все-таки этот экспириенс с Call of Duty в стиле Assault Horizon не прошел даром. Это мне не нравится. Есть, конечно, положительные элементы. Вот миссия в грозе, когда тебя молниями херачит и ветром сдувает так, что ты, блин, вообще куда-то в другую сторону несешься. Вот это вот меня порадовало. Поначалу. Когда не пошло вот эта заскриптованность. В общем, геймплей спорный, сюжет говно, презентация отличная. По презентацию сказать нечего. Выглядит конфетка, звучит как кто же конфетка. В этом плане как бы Ace Combat никогда не подводил. Так что пока вот так вот. На сегодня у меня, пожалуй, все. Пойду себе чайку заделаю. Всем спасибо, всем чай.